Gonna be good.
Be great. My pleasure, brother.
Hey man, it's always a pleasure to have you here, man, to talk some good information because you always have some incredible insight, a credible visionary, to this world, to me and the people around me. So I gotta ask, what makes you want to be on the other side? What makes you want to be able to share your insight and share your viewpoints on what's going on in the world? Like, what makes you want to contribute and put people out there and put video content out there for people to actually see versus making video content?
It's funny that you asked that because, truthfully, for the past 2-3 years, I spent a lot of time just behind the camera.
Absolutely.
Not really giving myself the opportunity to really step in front of it.
Absolutely.
And I definitely feel as though I've learned a lot through the experience, but it's about time I kind of, give a little more insight into behind the scenes life,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Share some knowledge with the world.
Absolutely.
Share from my experience and be able to kind of reach back and hopefully inspire another photographer or another youngin'
Absolutely.
to do the same.
Absolutely.
Because the power of the voice is very important. So I definitely feel like it's about my time. So
I agree.
thank you for that question, man.
I
That was wonderful.
I think you're dope. I think you have an amazing soul. You're an incredible visionary. Your
Appreciate
presence, your aura about you, man, affects everybody in the room. So I think it's big to even have you here, to sit and have this conversation with you.
Appreciate that, bro. Thank you. I really appreciate that, bro.
Love, always love.
I have to ask the same for you. I know you kind of been doing a little bit of video content yourself, but what inspired you to get in front of the camera?
Honestly, I really just want to inspire the world, man. Coming from where I'm coming from, man, a lot of people have the opportunity to make it big out, I want to be able to be that inspiration behind the young generation, people behind, because coming up when I come from, again, we had gang violence, drug dealers, that's what we admire, that's what we see in the neighborhood. I want to be able to make that impact, wow, somebody actually made it out and made a difference, so to be able to give my tools and resources, everything that I've learned from school, from different life experiences, from everything, share my insights. So, because some people may go through the same thing I went through. So if I can give them the insight and kind of navigate through the waters, whatever it may be, that's a plus for me. Again, I just want to inspire the world to be amazing because everybody has something great to say, everybody has something great to share. Just different people resonate with it.
That's amazing, bro, for real. We all have our own special eyes.
Absolutely.
We all seen our own different experiences,
Absolutely.
I think that's very beautiful. I'm very inspired, and I've always been inspired by you, bro.
Absolutely. I
so
appreciate that.
Definitely keep up the energy that you have been putting out to the world.
Absolutely, that's love.
Love is something that we don't really get a lot of.
Absolutely, man. You already know how that goes.
Yeah, it's a lot of mischief and a lot of hate.
Right. That's why we gotta be grateful.
That's what
we gotta be grateful, man. Because, like you said, it's a lot of hate in this world, man. And be able to be grateful, to show gratitude towards everything in life is tremendous, man. Gratitude has changed a lot of people's lives, and people show gratitude, man. It's just even something that happened on Sunday, man. You have one of the legends, the greats who passed, man. A lot of people, he inspired the whole world to really be great and really be different. And he showed nothing but love and showed gratitude towards his fans, towards his kids, towards his family. And even for me, man, just looking at it, wow, the impact he had, I want to be able to create content to be able to have that same kind of impact that Kobe had, or even bigger, even better. To even compare myself to one of the greats is tremendous. To even be mentioned in a conversation would be great for me. The people probably it might be a little bit far-fetched, but hey, for me, nothing's impossible. And
nothing's impossible, man.
That's how I feel about that.
Rest in peace to Kobe too,
Absolutely,
man. Rest in peace to all the greats that we lost, man.
Absolutely.
2020 has been pretty rocky, but we really have to keep our head up above the water. So it's continue to put out good energy.
Absolutely.
But I like what you said though. It's never let people stop you or limit your dreams.
Absolutely.
And that was one of Kobe's last messages. Really make sure that the world knows that no matter what people think, you're doing what you feel you love.
Absolutely.
Doing what you feel is right.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, if you love what you do, can't nothing stop you.
Absolutely.
No matter what people say.
Definitely not.
So continue to be great, man.
Absolutely.
Continue to be great, and just know that you will reach the top because you've always been on it, man. And you gotta just continue to work hard.
Man, it's not just me, bro. I want to eat with you. I want to eat with everybody else who want to eat together, man. Because if we come together as a community and eat together, man, we're so powerful. And I don't think we understand it as human beings and as people. as the African American community. I'm not speaking about other culture. I'm talking about our culture. And people understand that the dollar circulates 6 hours in the black community.
It's a crazy statistic, man. To really just think about that, like six hours, the dollar.
Right. In other communities, it lasts days. So like, I feel like it's really up to us to really make an impact and make a change, to really try to pull people together so we can eat together and really show them like, yo, we are very powerful. Let's do this together. And again, people gonna be like, nah, they not with it. They gonna be trying to pull us down. It's part of the game, but it's life. But again, gratitude plays a part because I am grateful for the haters. Whether you hate or not, thank you. I love you. May peace must be upon you. Life goes on. Gratitude has changed my life tremendously. Like even when I go through hard times, I just try to find the good things out of it. I try to find the goodness in every situation because it's a lesson to learn everything. I'm grateful that I'm able to speak here right now on camera with you. I'm grateful that I'm able to be here alive right now. I'm grateful that I'll be able to make 27 this year. God willing, if I make it, which I will.
You will,
no question.
Will, man. You will.
No question. I
You
will.
will, man. And that's another thing too, man. Like, it's important that we really put out into the world what we want.
Absolutely.
You know, speak life into existence.
Absolutely.
That's the only way we're gonna really manifest our dreams.
Absolutely.
I mean, you will live to 27.
Absolutely.
You will live to see your children.
Absolutely. I live to age 149.
Yes.
No question.
Yes. A healthy body,
Absolutely.
a healthy mind.
Absolutely.
You can do whatever you want.
Absolutely.
In this life, man.
That's why I turned vegan over, man. That's why I turned vegan. Well, I'm not gonna say vegan. I'm gonna say 97% plant-based.
97% plant-based. I'm on my way there, man. I'm on my way there. I'm trying. I definitely see, the pros and the cons.
Absolutely.
And even for me, like even testing out for like a month.
Right.
I went actually, let me not even say a month. I'm not gonna lie. I probably went maybe 2 weeks going like plant-based. But honestly, those 2 weeks I felt very, very optimal. And I tell you, I was getting things done. I was waking up early. I just felt a lot more brighter. Although it was kind of hard to balance it out. Though. I'm still working my way out to do what I can to at least incorporate, some plants and veggies, some fruits.
Absolutely.
Every day, So I'm feeling the difference, and I'm just enjoying, right? I'm enjoying the vibes, and I'm just keeping myself around the right people who actually want to see better for themselves as well.
Absolutely.
So that's the only way we're really gonna be able to continue that,
Proximity is power, as you would say.
Power, bro.
Proximity is power.
Man.
Now, with proximity being power, right now, I gotta ask you, what's one of the goals you want to accomplish for 2020, man? We gotta understand. We gotta see your vision, man. What's something you really want to do for 2020? Like, what's a goal you're going to accomplish, and what's one thing that you want to change and be better at for 2020?
Great question, man. Great question. 2020. My goal, personally, is to just be more present and be more happy.
Absolutely.
Be happy where I am. Be happy with everything I was given.
Absolutely.
Be able to use the tools that I have to my advantage, despite whether or not to others it may seem something that's low or,
Right.
Be able to use what I have around me.
Absolutely.
But the happiness is something that people I think take for granted.
Definitely.
No
question.
It's not really about material things. It's really just about being in tune.
Being in tune, absolutely.
Being in tune with yourself.
Absolutely.
Being in tune with the world,
absolutely.
Nature,
definitely.
Your family, your friends.
Right.
And just keeping that right energy.
Absolutely.
Not letting nothing get in the way.
Absolutely.
I feel like I spent a lot of time last year kind of just letting the outside world just affect me.
Right.
To the point where I was even causing my own self to disintegrate. And I had to take a step back, and look outside, look outside and look in the center of it all, and just ask myself do I really do I really like myself right now?
Absolutely.
Do I am?
Absolutely.
Am I at peace with myself?
Right.
So I feel like I've definitely taken that path, step upon that journey to really just embrace who I am, embrace everything that was put against me. Because at the end of the day, I know my journey is something that God, put against me. You know what I mean? So I know He has the right intentions. So I just gotta trust Him. I just gotta trust Him and just live in faith.
Absolutely.
Know that my life is a testimony.
Absolutely.
My life is a test.
Absolutely.
Actually, my life is a test, and that one day I will be able to share my testimony.
Absolutely.
So I'm grateful for it all, man. Just being happy. 2020, inspiring others.
Absolutely.
Reaching back to the kids.
Absolutely.
Doing what I can to just show the world that you can do anything you want.
Absolutely.
You can do anything you want, man. So
Definitely.
that's definitely my goal.
Right, right. Nah, I understand that, man. That's I could say for a goal that I want to accomplish, or a goal that I will accomplish in 2020, for sure. I have a lot of them. So let's look through the list. This is something that I want to share. Because usually I don't like to share my goals. I just like, you know what? I just like to work in silence. Sometimes I may not be it might be a good situation because I feel like when people are scared to share their goals, they're scared to look stupid or look bad in front of people because they don't accomplish their goals.
Mm-hmm.
When it's never about failing, it's really all about the lesson that you go through to get to the next point, you know.
Life is all about lessons.
Yeah, right, right. It's all about lessons, and I feel like a lot of people look at life as just like, I'm scared to show my fears, I'm scared to be vulnerable because they make them look bad. Like, no, that's actually a great thing because you learned it. It's a strength that most people need to do. You know? So, one of my lessons for the year would be to, I would say, honestly, just being able to communicate effectively. Like, it just, I know for me, growing up the way I grew up, like, I don't communicate well. I communicate very well, but I don't communicate very well with certain people. I want to be able to use that communication skills that I have to be able to impact everybody around me, speak to everybody around me, because it's kind of hard to just go talk to a stranger. I want to be able to feel comfortable to talk to any and everybody when I can. See a stranger, talk to them regardless. Sometimes I get in my own ways and not be able to do that. So that's definitely one. That's definitely a goal that I have in 2020. Just be able to communicate with any and everybody and spread my love and spread my knowledge with any and everybody at any given time. Just to be more vocal because that's something I lack, and there's nothing wrong with it. I lack a lot of things. A lot of people look at me like I'm perfect. Like, no, I got this. Nah, man, I'm far from perfect. I actually have a lot of things I need to work on. I have a lot of things that I'm not great at, you know. So I definitely need to work on my communication skills and really just being present in the moment when I'm with my peoples and whatnot, and just not be reckless. Honestly, I've read a quote. I was listening to a podcast, and the guy was like, "There's nothing wrong with being scared." He said, "There's nothing wrong with having fear. You just have to use that fear to channel it, and when you channel it, you can use it to do either thing, right?" They said people who are reckless, people who are fearless, are reckless, and people who are reckless die young, right? I got some motorcycle accident September 4th. Never told nobody that.
Last year?
Yeah, last year.
Wow.
September 2019, September 4th, 2019, I got some motorcycle accident. Nobody knew about it. But it was just like a sign, like, dude, slow down, relax, man, just take it easy. So it kind of hit home for me, like when I heard it, it was just like, people who are young, people who are reckless die young. I consider myself to be pretty reckless. So it kind of hit home for me, like, why I gotta really take a step back and really just easy. Even just slowing down when I'm driving, even on a bike, just really just trying to be conscious of really everything's going on because everything is just fast. I love speed, I love adrenaline, so it's like, it's a time and place for everything, you know, so it's like, it's crazy, man.
I can definitely understand that, man. I can definitely understand that for real, because, you know, it's really important that, like, we gotta start asking ourselves, like, you know, at what cost? At what cost do we want to risk our lives? You
Absolutely,
know? You know, when we have family, we have siblings,
absolutely,
who look up to us.
Absolutely,
you know? Right. For us to kind of just put ourselves in these situations where we're, you know, living the life that we feel is fun,
right?
But it's honestly, like you said, reckless. I mean,
definitely.
We don't want to look. We don't want to have to, you know, be up top and then look down like, damn. I left my kids. I left my brothers, my sister, like, and look at them tearing up. Like they don't have no control right now. So like, I can definitely understand that, bro. Right. It really takes a strong man to be able to accept that, you know, and understand that, you know, and be able to do something about that.
Absolutely.
So like, what have you done like since then that you feel like has taken you away from being reckless?
Just slowing down, bro. Just like really taking a step back and just being easy. Like, I mean, granted, my car's pretty fast, put some work into it and whatnot, and it's made to worse. It's made to drive fast, you know. So it's like I don't do much. I don't party. You know, I don't smoke. I don't drink. And for me to have fun, I like adrenaline. You know, so it's like I like to drive my car fast. So, you know, maybe hypothetically in the past, say maybe I'm driving somewhere and you got a couple of fast cars, a couple of BMWs. Usually BMWs try to challenge me on Challengers, whatever it may be. They want to go, you know. I go.
I know how that
So
goes.
yeah, I go. Like, y'all want to play? Let's play. Like, don't sleep. So now it's like, even like recently, like on, what was it, Sunday? I was on, I think I was on the Bell Parkway. And I'm driving, just like, cars flying by me.
Yeah.
And I was tempted to go, and I was like, bro, just be easy, bro. Like, chill out, man. Like, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You
Got a
ain't.
lot more to lose.
Yeah, right. I already got like 5 speeding
And
tickets.
nothing to prove.
Yeah, right. Like, bro, you're gonna get your license suspended. You're gonna be able to drive. I need my car. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it was really just like really thinking about things versus just like, I don't care. This is work.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like just slowing down, bro, when I'm driving, because I can definitely be pretty. I can have a heavy foot, you know. So just like, and then driving a manual car is just like it's fun, bro. So it's like, I'm even thinking about just even changing my car. Not even changing, just get another car and just not driving that one. Like it's often because it's temptation. You got a fast car, but you don't drive fast. Like it's just like, all right, maybe I need to get like a Kia or something, something slow. I don't know, but it's really just understanding like, yo, dude, just chill out.
Something slow, you just need to just slow down.
Yeah.
Now, but it's funny.
Word.
The reason I say that is like, you know, you said you want to get another car, and I feel like nowadays, in our community, in our generation, we have a strong confusion between like assets and liabilities. You know?
Absolutely.
Assets and liabilities. So like getting another car.
It's a liability for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have an asset that's paying for the liability, then that is what it is.
That's true. That's true.
But you just gotta have an asset that's gonna pay for the liability.
Mm-hmm.
Like you gotta be for a purpose. That's why you're doing this thing, you know. So like a lot of people do. A lot of people will try to go get the fanciest cars, you know. And it's just like you got a car note that's out the roof, and maybe you're trying to get it because you want to look good. You know? Well, that sounds matters, man. Like live below your means, stack your money, and live life, man. We have a long life to live.
Yes, we do.
That car you're probably gonna have what, 3-year lease on it? Probably. You're gonna buy another cars. It's not worth it. Stack your coins, man.
Yeah.
I'd rather pay for experiences than pay for something that I don't need as far as liability. I remember I should buy a lot of liabilities. Now it's just like when you understand money, understand how money works and how to use money, it's like, nah, it ain't worth it. So a lot of things I used to buy, I no longer buy now. So like, even for me, bro, I shop at Target, Walmart. I buy clothes from anywhere, bro. Like, I don't care. Like honestly.
Thrift shopping too.
Yeah, right. As long as your pockets is fat, you got a roof over your head, you living good life is great, you got that big cheesy smile on your face.
Exactly, man.
You got great people around you, man. That's all that matters to me, honestly, because all that extra stuff really don't matter because it's not paying my bills. It's not making me happy. It ain't putting no food on my table, man. So like all that extra stuff, I really don't care about. So again, people, listen. When you have the means to be able to do certain things, you can. So, even though I'm glad you said that, because people look at it like, oh, why you buy another car? It's liability, right?
Yeah.
But you're not thinking the way I'm thinking of the level of depth of how I go about what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is strategic in how I go about things. So,
as you should.
A car is not a car to me. Like a car is more. It's more of an investment. You know. That's why I would never go for the newest cars. Just understanding the process of how you gonna spend it, how you gonna use it for business, how is it gonna pay off for itself.
You gotta strategize.
Absolutely.
You definitely gotta strategize, especially before making an investment. You know?
Absolutely.
And a lot of people do not do that. You know, they don't think about the pros and cons.
Absolutely. You know, I feel like that's something we should definitely work on going forward. And it's even outweigh anything that's liability. You know, so just like, yeah, it's crazy, bro. I'm just trying to make sure that I set a good example for the community, for the kids, for everybody, man. Like, yo, listen, it's possible out here, man. You know, so I never believed in working like a strictly 9-to-5 job personally. Always had that entrepreneurial spirit. Always want to give back and help. You know, so that's the phase I'm in. That's the phase I'm in right now in life, and forever gonna be that. You know, so forever greatness. I'm happy to be able to share my failures because I failed, not failures, my lessons, correction, my lessons that I've learned from being in business. And just from life experiences, man. So like, it's so much more that we have to talk about. So much more we're gonna put on camera, dude. Like,
For
Bro,
real.
I'm excited that we even got this one out, man. Just
Yeah,
to do this
for
at
real.
the limit of the win,
Mhm.
to be able to sit here and chop it up and have this conversation. Just
Two
know-
Kings is
Yeah.
having a conversation as we should, you know.
Absolutely. And your tire is fire, bro. Like,
So what you excited, bro?
The
Fire.
tire is fire,
Nah,
bro. Like,
thank you, man.
you gotta let me know, man. Like, how do people get a hold of these things, man? Like, who's like, how do people want to? Because we're looking good, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sure people will look like, oh wow, like, I like that, I love it. You know what I'm saying? And most people want to buy it. So like, how do people get connected and get contacted with the seller to get this purchase material?
All right. It's a good question.
Yeah.
It's a good question. It's a good question. And also, what I want to say is, y'all gonna have to wait on it. Just cause like, I've had a brand in my past, you know.
Absolutely.
I still have the brand today.
Well, you can speak on that as well.
Definitely. I still have the brand today too,
Speak on your brand,
But learning all the lessons that I had, you know, I gotta come correct.
Absolutely.
You know, so I will definitely touch base on that very soon.
Right.
But for now, you know, the people can definitely stay in touch with our Instagrams.
Absolutely.
Both of ours.
Right.
Keep updated.
Right.
I mean,
Absolutely.
And be able to, you know, stay in tune. Look out for the
Next
drop,
video,
you know, the drop in the next
definitely.
video.
Definitely, without a doubt.
Ties will always stay clean.
Absolutely, no question about that, man.
Because at the end of the day, too, you know, how we dress is how we want to look, how we want to respect each other, you know? So, like, I respect the fact that you even took the time out to even get a piece of your garment, get a garment yourself, you know. He got his exclusive piece already.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta look good out here, man. Look good, feel good, smell good,
Appreciate
man.
you, man.
You know how that go, man.
Most definitely.
There's all love on this side, man.
All love.
Your brand, bro. How does your brand come up? What makes you want to do it? And what's the creative vision behind it? Like, what's the meaning of the way you started your brand?
Mm-hmm.
Even the acronyms.
Cool. So, Bright Figure, Black Thoughts,
It's amazing.
AKA, also known as BFBT.
BFBT, absolutely.
You know, when I first started BFBT, I was kind of really in a dark place, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say I was stuck, but I was trying to find my way up.
Absolutely.
You know, I was trying to look for the light.
Absolutely.
I was like, man, you're such a smart guy. You're an intelligent guy. You can figure this out.
Right.
You know, but you also have a lot of these thoughts that tend to hold you back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but how can you change that? Like, how can you see the bigger picture in your journey and the tests that come face with you? You know, so for me, it was like, I'm a bright figure with powerful thoughts.
Absolutely.
Bright figure with black thoughts. You know? So it's like, when I think of black thoughts, I kind of think about everything that's kind of put against us in this world. You know, it's a lot of emotions that we think about, things that tend to hold us back. And I think about our mind. You know, in our mind there's a treasure. You know, there's a treasure chest in our mind that we have to unlock. A lot of times it's just blocked by the wrong things. You know, but we have to be willing within ourselves to dig deep.
Absolutely.
You know, to dig deep and unlock those treasures to be able to shine bright.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to let our bright figure shine through it all.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, Bright Figure Black Thoughts was all about really just being in tune with yourself, learning that despite whatever goes on, you have to dig deep.
Mm-hmm.
You have to find yourself.
Absolutely.
Let yourself shine bright through this darkness.
Right.
Spread love.
Right. Love. Word. Spread love. Word. Word.
Spread love.
You gotta spread love.
Love don't kill.
Word.
Love don't kill.
Love is positivity, man.
Love is positivity.
We can definitely go about that all day, man. I love,
definitely.
man. Like I said, I love the garments. I love the fact that you was able to express how you feel about your brand and the acronyms behind it, man. That's amazing, bro. To really go in depth with it, dude. Oh man, bro, it's gonna be amazing.
2020 is gonna be a great
It's
year,
gonna be
man. I thank
amazing.
you for this conversation, bro.
Love,
One love, man.
Love.
Don't be good.
Be great. We out, baby.
Be out.